They say beauty's only skin deep, but there's no denying that those first impressions are clutch. Ever wonder what men notice? And what they really find most attractive? Well, it turns out that sometimes it's so hardwired within us we don't even realize what we're looking for until we find it. Blue eyes? Swipe right. A study from the University of Tromsø in Norway asked 443 people about the hair and eye color of their partners. They also showed participants a series of photos in which just the model's eyes had been manipulated to change color. They found that while women and brown-eyed men showed no preference over any particular eye color, blue-eyed men overwhelmingly chose blue-eyed women. The reason? Genetics. The only way a child can have blue eyes is to be born to two blue-eyed parents or to two people who each carry part of the recessive gene for blue eyes. The study's authors say that, conscious or subconscious, blue-eyed men's preference for blue-eyed women might be linked to one extra layer of paternity protection. Cougar-town. Random gray hair? Higher age bracket? According to a joint study between psychologists from the University of St. Andrews and the University of Liverpool, a mature appearance is exactly what some men are into. There's a cultural norm for what's considered attractive. That's what makes movie stars so universally admired. Here, researchers wanted to find out how our personal experiences helped shape what we find attractive. The study found that men who were born to moms over 30 were more likely to find older women more attractive when they were looking for long-term relationships. It suggested that when looking for a long-term partner, there's something about the influence of that parent-child relationship that makes us feel secure as adults. And that's not all. Mom genes. Studies suggest that parents' influence on what characteristics men find attractive goes even beyond age. Another study from the University of St. Andrews looked at a phenomenon known as imprinting, well known to exist in the animal world and, until recently, largely unexplored in humans. The study looked at how likely men and women will be attracted to certain hair and eye color in their chosen partners. They found that for men, the best indicator of preferences was the hair and eye color of their mothers. Researchers suggest that it's possible that the early connection between mother and son formed a sort of subconscious bond that suggests safety, familiarity, and comfort linked to the eye and hair color they knew first.
Happy birthday! What do you want for breakfast?
Privacy!
Please, don't forget to wash your bottom.
Knock, knock. Everyone loves to laugh, but according to a study published in Evolution and Human Behavior, the sort of humor men and women find attractive is surprisingly different.
Oh my God! Wow!
The study found that while women valued both the ability to be funny and to appreciate the same sort of things they found funny, men had a different take. They just wanted someone who's gonna laugh at their jokes. When it came to long-term relationships, it was even more important for men to find someone who appreciated their sense of humor, while funny gal pals were preferred for friendships and short-term relationships. Angle from above. According to a pair of Australian researchers, one thing that men find surprisingly attractive is a simple one that anyone can master: the right head tilt. They manipulated a series of faces to appear as if they were being viewed from different angles, and volunteers were then asked to rate the attractiveness of those faces. They found that men were most attracted to faces where women tilted their heads forward enough that they were looking slightly up. When a man sees a woman who tilts her head forward and looks up at him, the height difference accents traditional ideas about masculinity and femininity. Me, Tarzan. Both men and women find risk-taking super hot in potential mates. Perhaps an obviously attractive trait to women, surprisingly, men were also attracted to women who were adventurous. According to a study by the University of Alaska Anchorage, men and women were attracted to those with hunter-gatherer personality traits. That includes risky activities similar to what our ancient ancestors would have performed, like skiing, mountain climbing, and whitewater rafting. But it was only ancient risks that were found attractive. Modern risks like driving without a seatbelt or dabbling in drugs? Not so much. Baby voice. While you might think that a husky voice would be sexier,
knock yourselves out.
Studies have shown that what men are really attracted to is a higher-pitched voice.
This is my Giselle!
According to one study done by University College London, men favored high-pitched voices because of the features, figure, and youth they associated with that voice. But when the voice got too high, the attractiveness declined.
Buzzkill!
In short, that in order to be most attractive, a voice should be moderately high-pitched and slightly breathy, all which reportedly signaled that the speaker had a small frame. But if your voice doesn't rate as moderately high-pitched, no worries. According to a study from the Journal of Evolutionary Psychology, women talking to a hot guy speak in a higher pitch without even realizing it. Eggs-cellence. While ovulation's not exactly a trait, it's linked to things that men find attractive.
You're all on the same cycle. This is very exciting. Your uterine walls will be shedding for the next 3 to 5 days.
Nice memorization. Did you Google that?
According to a study in the journal Hormones and Behavior, men were more likely to rate women as being the most attractive when they were at the most fertile point in the month. Many studies have shown that as women approach peak fertility, voices pitch higher, body odor becomes more desirable, and skin and lips may change color. All things men have traditionally found more attractive. Baby got back. Think it's the hourglass figure that's most attractive? It depends. According to research done by professors at the University of Texas, it's your waist and hips that matter. Professor Devendra Singh found that when women have a waist-to-hip ratio of between 0.67 and 0.8, they're thought to be the most attractive to men. She surveyed men as to what shape they found most attractive, but researched everything from Miss America contestants to Playboy models. An overwhelming majority of the men agreed that the most attractive shape had to do with that magic calculation, no matter what their age group was. From Beyoncé to Kate Moss, it didn't matter how much they weighed. That specific ratio was hottest of all. Heart of gold. It's easy to get stuck on looks, but studies have shown that personality traits like kindness, respectfulness, and optimism really do make you look better. One study done at the University of Westminster surveyed 2,157 male students, and surprisingly found that there was no body type or shape they liked best. But when men were supplied with personality traits, they chose a wider range of body types and sizes, compared to picks based on physical appearance alone. Another study from a group of Chinese universities found similar results. They took both men and women and asked them to rate the attractiveness of a series of faces based only on appearance. 2 weeks later, the same group was given personality traits along with the faces, and positive traits made faces more attractive. They even gave it a name, the halo effect.
It doesn't matter what costume I wear, yours or mine. I'm a superhero. That's who I am.
Thanks for watching. Click the list icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.